Hello, boys. Good morning. All the boys of English version 7 are welcome to this online class on behalf of St. Gregory's High School and College. Here, I'm Muhammad Johurul Islam. I'd like to present lesson 10 that talks about anger. Uh, Actually, I think this lesson is very much interesting for you because most of the time you boys get angry for one reason or another, and basically it happens in your home whenever your mom or your dad doesn't provide you anything or your expected thing you cannot do. That's why you get angry. So this angry is not good at all. Today I'd like to prove here by Quranic verse and hadith that anger is not at all good, it's absolutely bad, and that's why we should refrain from this bad habit and we should avoid this anyway. And not only it is bad for our deen and hereafter, but also for here and our physical fitness. Anger is actually very bad for our body and mind. So boys, let's know about anger today. Anger is a strong feeling which makes you want to hurt someone or be unpleasant because of something unfair or hurtful that has happened. The Arabic word of anger is Gadab. So here you need to note down what is anger, the acquaintance of anger. I think you should write down what is the acquaintance of anger, or what is anger. If you were asked like this, then you can write down the definition, first definition. And on the other hand, if you were asked what is the Arabic meaning of anger, then you can write down Gadab. And Gadab means anger, pride, rebuke, quarrel, etc. Cause anger. Sometimes your pride let you to do anger or get angry. Sometimes rebuke helps you to get angry. Sometimes quarrel helps you to get angry, or quarrel instigates you to be angry. So these three habits mentioned here, you should avoid anyway. Pride, rebuke, quarrel. We should not get engaged with quarrel anyway. Man does many cruel and oppressive deeds out of anger and wrath. Later on, he becomes ashamed of his deeds, of his activities, and neglected in society. So Muslims should restrain themselves. Muslims should refrain from anger, and they should control themselves or restrain themselves while in anger. Prophet ﷺ says, and hadith, this hadith is very tested and trusted hadith, and that is called Sahih hadith. So it's also interesting. Prophet ﷺ says, ليس الشديد بالسرعة إنما الشديد الذي يملك نفسه عند الغضب. I'd like to recite the hadith once again. ليس الشديد بالسرعة إنما الشديد الذي يملك نفسه عند الغضب. That means the strong man is not one who is strong in wrestling, but the one who controls himself in anger. So boys, you have come to know here, and you got the information, you got the reality how and when will be the strong man. Actually, you will be the strong man or strong boy whenever you will be able to control your anger instantly. And this hadith belongs to Bukhari and Muslim. Here, today's lesson actually is very much interesting for this hadith, and I think you should write down this hadith, at least the meaning of the hadith and the source, if you can write the Arabic portion. Okay, don't forget to write down the translation at least and its information, Bukhari and Muslim. The strong man is not one who is strong in wrestling, but the one who controls himself in anger. Anyway, anger has harmful effects. That's why it is strictly prohibited in Islam, and Islam actually discourages us to be angry, discourages us. So we need to refrain from anger anyway. Now let's know the harmful effects of anger. Anger is a condemnable aspect of human character. It causes quarrel, fight, envy, and strife among people. Anger kills the good deeds of human beings. People lose their sense of good or bad when they are angry. They cannot control themselves. Anger ruins man's iman. Prophet ﷺ says, verily, anger destroys faith, just as aloes spoil honey. Bayhaqi. It's also Sahih Hadith. So you should not be angry anyway, because if we get angry, then our rewards or sawab or good activities will be disappeared from our Amul Nama or storehouse of good deeds. By controlling our anger, we can save ourselves from Allah's punishment. Once the companion of Prophet ﷺ, Hazrat Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu asked, is there any task which may save me from anger of Allah? The Prophet ﷺ replied, be not angry. Tabarani. It proves that if we not be angry, then Allah will not be angry with us or on us or upon us. I mean, if we want to get saved from Allah's anger or Allah's Gadab, then we should refrain from angry. We should control anger, and we should avoid anger anyway. Controlling anger is a good deed. A man asked Prophet ﷺ, give me admonition or advice. He said, be not angry. Then he repeated it several times, saying, be not angry, be not angry, and be not angry, like this. So the man abide by the advice, and he was succeeded ultimately. Actually, and this hadith is also Sahih Hadith. This hadith belongs to Bukhari. So boys, from this lesson we have come to know that we should not get angry anyway, and anger actually destroys everything good, and it creates everything bad. So let's avoid anger anyway in our daily life and be happy. Thanks very much for joining the class today.